One way to do things is to get your students to commit to their own learning. And what we try to do is to use certain active ways to do that. Alpha is going to give you some colored cards. And I think I use blue for this one, and I use a green, I need blue and green card. I'll take the blue ones, you take the green ones. And I'm going to give each of you a card.
And we're going to use these cards throughout the 2 days, so please hold on to them and don't take notes on them.
I hope I'm counting correctly here.
So everybody gets a...
There should be 6 there. Should be 6 there. If my calibrated finger didn't work, let me know. Okay. Now, one way of talking to your students is to ask them a question. And this is a low-tech response system. And so, to demonstrate how it works, I'm going to ask you, how many of you have used an individual response system before? If the answer is yes, hold up the blue card. If the answer is no, hold up the green card. So, think about how many of you have ever used any type of individual response system previously. Now it's time to answer. So, hold up the blue card or the green card, as the case may be. Okay, I need 100% participation. So hold up. If the answer is yes, please raise your blue card. If the answer is no, please raise your green card. Okay? All right. Okay, everybody? Just hold up high so I can see them. And so when I look around the room, what I see very quickly is that there is a preponderance of green cards being up. There's a preponderance of green cards, but you have not. Now, what does this do? This tells you very quickly as an instructor, individually, how you class where they are at that point. And you can now address that. Now, if you were given a multiple choice test, quiz, and you asked a question that had 5 responses, and you have 5 colored cards, you can ask your students to answer that question and they hold their cards up. You can look around the room and see very quickly what your individual responses are. And you can gauge how your students have performed on that particular question without actually going to take a test. You can do that in class every day. Now, if, for example, you have a class that doesn't like to commit by having people know that their answer may be considered dumb or stupid, there's a simple way to do that. Instead of using these cards, use sticky notes. Have them take their sticky note and place it on a sheet of paper. And then have them raise it up like so. And so now you as an instructor, what do you see? You see all the cards that are up. All the students who are sitting like this, all they see is what? The back of a white sheet of paper. They don't know what the student response has been. So it gives a certain amount of anonymity to the answer that the student has given. And they're more likely then to say something. Why is it important to get them to commit? It is important to get them to commit because once they commit and express an incorrect answer, that places them in a position whereby they are more willing to listen to what you have to say as to why that answer was incorrect. If they don't commit, even though they didn't know the answer. They say, I would have known that. And until such time as they take a stance, they are not, quote, teachable ready. And our goal is to get them into a position whereby they are teachable ready. Okay? Is that good enough for you?
That's great. Thank you, sir.
Okay. This is a low-tech response. Doesn't cost much at all. And you as an instructor very quickly get a sense of where your class stands. And based upon what you see, you can then make a decision as to whether they need more instruction or whether it's time to move on. And so when it's time to move on, you move on. And since it's time to move on, I shall do that.